The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to Tom in Pittsburgh. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, I want to tell you that listening to you, Steve, and also Larry's turned my laptop into a money machine.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing, man. How long have you been listening?
Well, you know what? I lived in Tampa.
Okay.
And I started listening to you back in 2000. That's when I first found you. I'm listening ever since.
That's a beautiful thing. Well, listen, man, we really appreciate you being out there.
And now, here's Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 2 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Transform your life. Don't take anything personally. This one's a great card, folks. This is a trip, no doubt. When you refuse to take things personally, you avoid many upsets in your life. The feelings of anger, jealousy, and even sadness will simply disappear if you don't take them personally. Pretty hard to do, but that's a fact. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow up 186, NASDAQ up 34, S&P's up 20, gold contract down $34, trading at $1,792 an ounce. Silver off 63 cents at $39.89 an ounce. Platinum down 29 bucks at $1,786 an ounce. Copper up 6 pennies at $3.95 a pound. Light sweet crude up 31 cents at $89.22 a barrel. Bonds down 1.7 ticks, trading out at 139.03. Dollar index down 60 ticks at 76.27. The euro is up 13 ticks at 138, and the yen is trading flat at 76.63. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world and the world of the S&Ps? Let's take a look at them. What do you have? We're up 20 bucks. You are at 1209, which gets you over these swings. The bottom of the high of the last consolidation, which is the 31st, is 1209.35 or 1209.11. You're coming into option expiration. We're going to go tag that 1230 level. That's how it stands right now. Now, as we're coming up here, folks, we are dying on the vine. You did 950 million shares out here, versus the 1 billion yesterday, versus what you're going, versus the 1.2 billion at the swing high. Now, the swing high with that 1.2 billion should be fairly easy to take out an option expiration. That's the first part. The second part, which gets a lot dicier, is you're also coming into the 4th of August. And when you take a look at it, the 4th of August, as we came downtown, folks, on 1.8, 2.2, and 2.5 billion shares. So you're talking about coming up with 1/2 of that. My take is that that's not going to hold. That's the bottom line. Dow Industrials, same type of setup in the Dow. Now, the S&Ps are at the bottom of the 31st. The Dow was up $1.86 today. We're at 11,433. The bottom of that is the 11,528. NASDAQ. Now, the composite first, okay? We take a look at the composite. What is pretty wild here is this. The composite was showing that was the strongest one. The composite really couldn't get that much juice today. We did 34 bucks. Composite also died in the vine, 1.9 billion versus 2.3. Now, the composite also doesn't need a lot of juice to get up and over this 2611. We're at 2607. So I suspect it's going to jam it tomorrow. That's the 31st. The high there is 2611. When you go over and actually see what it's coming into, however, and this is where the larger picture is, what you're doing is that you're coming into 3.3, 3.7 billion shares. So the bottom line is that option expiration, I do expect that swing point will get tagged. Let's go to the small caps. We look at the small caps. Now, small caps right now, if we look at the IWM, you did 69 million shares out here today. Went up 99 cents. You're at 71.41. The low of the 31st is the 71.90. You know, I suspect that wants to get tagged also. They all look to me at this particular point that they do want to get tagged. Market is weak, however. No two ways about that. We go to the gold contract. We take a look at gold. This is what you have happening with gold out here. Gold today, price spread, we went from 18.29 down to 17.75. And, you know, when you take a look at this, it's pretty amazing, actually, because the high bar, the low bar, the high of the low bar was 177.50. And we get to 1775. We bounce out of there. You do that with 221,000 contracts versus 385. That is saying two different things. That's saying that you rejected lower price, even though it was down 35 bucks. You had lighter volume, so we'll stay in the consolidation. That's the small part. The larger part, however, is that this is building cause to get down to 1705, which was the low of the 25th, and it very well may be building larger cause to take the next leg down. You know, and why do I say that? Well, what you have is that the correlation is that you came down on 220,000 versus when you were going up there. Well, we went up with 270. We went up with 227. You went up with 218. The force is still downtown at this particular point. We go take a look at the bonds. Okay, so we had with bonds out here today is this. 30-year bond came down with 340,000 contracts. We are at 139.03 right now. This little baby does want to make its way into the 136.26. Dollar index. Now, check it out. Okay, so this is where it's the reason that we're going through all of these, folks, and go through all of them. These are all interconnected. Dollar index out here today. This is what we did. Let's take a look. Okay, so dollar index comes down, and we came down 60 ticks, 76.27. We, on the 9th, as we went up with 56,000 shares, contracts rather. We just pulled back with 27,000. That's a nice number, folks, okay? That's what you're looking for on these types of pullbacks. Why? We went up with volume, you're pulling back with lighter volume. What I expect we have here, more than likely, is an ABC structure on the way up. And that would be pretty intense because the acceleration, well, not the acceleration, the actual first move in the dollar index was so dramatic. It was absolutely just a monster move. You know, so we'll see where that shakes out. Let's go to Rick in Denver, Colorado. Hey, Rick, what's going on? You there?
Yeah, Tom, can you hear me?
I can.
I'm calling you from the antechamber at DIA.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing, man.
How you been?
I've been doing great. Yourself?
Oh, excellent. Just wanted to let you guys know that I took a day off this week to watch 4 hours of Tiger TV. It was awesome.
Did you like it?
Absolutely fantastic.
Well, listen, man, we really appreciate you watching and appreciate you being out there. And, folks, if you haven't watched Tiger TV yet, folks, bottom line, if you're in front of a computer right now, just hit Tiger TV. And if you're not, you know, do it later because you get the charts with it, you get the whole ball of wax with it. Well, we really appreciate that, man.
No, it was super. I played one day of hooky from work, and the charts are excellent. Everything is good, and you and Steve are like two little teenagers on the television.
Yeah, we love doing that show, man. I love that show. And
yeah, it's excellent.
Steve Rhodes and myself, folks, do a show at 10 in the morning. And, you know, it's just, I love it, period. Yeah. What
Tell me about IWM when it's going to be over.
Yeah, okay, and you know what you can do? Just, let's see. Well, we're going to have all the Tiger TV and all the phones, but if you have I think, well, I better not say anything yet. I think, no, they're going to kill me. Okay, we're getting there. You want to look at the small caps, right? Okay.
Yep.
So if we take a look at IWM, this is the small caps. The low is 63, the high is 86. You know, the bottom line is it's just about there right now. You know, you know, you're talking about selling it, right?
Well, I just closed my position on TNA this morning, so I'm done with it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was. I think that was a good move. I mean, because I suspect that the short side of the trade is either here right now or here tomorrow. That's the way this is set up right now. You know what you did have is that you closed a penny over the swing. I would have liked to see the small caps pull back a penny or two. So you closed over the 71.40 from yesterday. Closed at 71.41. That's saying, you know what, it can go for this 71.90 area, and we'll see whether it makes it to the highs of there.
Excellent.
Cooking, brother.
All right, have a good one.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. And the okay, so now the small caps. Okay. When you look at all these indices right now, folks, what you have is this: is that the small caps, okay, are the weakest indice right now. Now, one of the main reasons is the way that gold and silver got hit today. You know, if in fact oil gets hit at the same time, what you'll see, there's a slew of those small caps inside that whole indice. And that's one of the main reasons that you can see a decent market out here, and the IWM, you know, only went up 99 cents. And you know, so that's what you have going on inside the structure. Netflix, NFLX. Okay, folks, if you have the art of time in the trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, you know you'd never be in Netflix, okay? But I want to show you something. Netflix was down $40 today, okay? Now, Netflix, of course, you know, had a run up that was just extraordinary. This equity basically ran from, let's see, where did it run from? Well, here, I'll get the... First off, let me put this back I'll put it back to 09 first. We'll put it on a weekly. Okay, so it goes nonstop from $50 up to 300. Big money, no doubt, okay? It loses its juice at 254. What I mean by loses its juice at 254, at that particular point, starts going to higher highs, no volume. So picture, watch how this works, folks. So that was April of 11. But from that point on, before that point, it was fine all the way up. Every single time was taken out a high, had volume. All of a sudden, takes out the high with 26 million shares versus 41. Well, it took all of 2 months. You know, the stock goes higher. It goes $54 higher, which is a lot, okay? Then what does it do? Then it comes rumbling down from $304 in 8 weeks to 168. Now, it's how it came down. It came down, folks, with monster volume. It has volume off the top, number one. Do not step into Netflix, folks. If you think Netflix is cheap, wait a little while. It's going to get cheaper. You get volume off the highs, big volume. You just came into the bottom of the last time it really had any strength. And what that sets up is a whole nother number, and it's a big number. You stay right there, folks. We will come right back and bisect it and dissect it for you. And listen, folks, you just heard Rick from Denver. Go test out Tiger TV. You know, I hope you'll love it. We've done a lot of work on it, and we're going to do a lot more work on it, but you get everything right there. We're going to be right back.
X Story